What is going on, everybody? Aaron Jameson with Day by Day Disc, and something came in the mail for me the other day, and I wasn't able to use it. Try it out, nothing. All I could do is sit there and stare at it. And no, it's not this XT and Nova Dart. It's the new Tactic, Discmania Evolution Tactic. Now, for you beginners out there, you have your putters, you have your mid-range, you have your fairway drivers, and you have your distance drivers. Right in between the putter and the mid-range, there's like another category, and that's basically an approach disc or a putt and approach. If you ever read on the AVRs, it says putt and approach. So that's what this Tactic is. It's not quite a mid-range, and it's definitely not a putter. This thing is used for approach, just like this. Now, I heard a lot of good things about this. I got a lot of good things to say about this. I have thrown this. Flight ratings on these, the Tactic is a 4.203, and this one is a 3.400. Now, this is the Exo Soft. I like a more grippier disc. So, we can sit here and throw one disc around all day, but I'd rather put it up against something. So I figured, why not? You know, the big and bad Nova, probably the biggest disc company out there. You know, they were the start. They were the OGs. Why not put this up against this? A little shootout, a little head-to-head competition here. So let's get to it. And once again, we got this wind thing going on. I've been trying to think, for one, a DSLR camera with I don't even know what the name of it is, but the little sleeve you put over the microphone, the external microphone, which stops the wind. So that's going to be a future investment here. I have not thrown this yet. If you look at this, it is brand new. And this is 174 grams. This one is 175. I mean, there's not a nick, there's no mud, there's nothing on this. It's brand new, brand new. I've never thrown it, so here comes my first attempt. Now, I haven't even thrown yet today. I'm still warming up. I'm gonna let this dart rip. Chains are right there. If you've seen my past videos, you've seen this particular hole. 155 feet. Nice distance to stand here and get warmed up. And to launch this thing, and hopefully not into any of these trees. Approach. I don't know how this flies. I don't know what to expect. So this is the first for me, the Tactic. Ace. Oh. And the Tactic. Oh. That thing was humming. Nice low speed throw. See how these things act. And we're going to kick it up to a higher gear. And this wind blowing this way. Whew. That thing just kicked up a bunch of mud. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit more on it this time. And the Tactic. Oh my gosh, freaking horrible. Into a tree. Ace? Oh, my gosh. Getting so close. Wrong video for that. Well, now, it's always a good time to ace a shot, right? Tactic. Oh my gosh, again into a tree. Not good. This thing just ate some bark. Not good. Comes with the territory, especially in Pennsylvania. Penn's Woods. Jeez. We're moving on. Put a little bit more on now. That XT dart is a very straight flyer. Tactic. Not bad. Thank God it didn't go into the poison ivy. Right next to the chains, it wasn't bad at all. Let's go take a look. Man, it is a beautiful, beautiful day here. You couldn't ask for anything better. And the wind seemed to die down. All right. So here's a tactic. There's the chains. And dart went over here. Last time, tactic was over here. Oops, the dart was over there. A couple more throws. Under 40 feet. We'll attempt to put both of these around these trees, see how they maneuver. Or just straight through. Definitely not like that. Way past that basket. Both of those shots were within a couple feet of the chains. I thought this one was a horrible release, but it was right there. Ooh. Thank you, tree. Nope. Dang. That thing really cuts quick. One thing I'm noticing about the tactic, I'd say anything past 150 feet, go for it. 140 feet, it needs more strength behind it. The dart, this thing flies great. It goes wherever you want, no matter how far, how close. I think this thing needs more oomph behind it. So 220 feet, let's try it. Let's go take a look. All right, so there's a tactic. And chains are right there. And the dart is basically right there. That dart was a bad release and it went farther. Well, we're gonna do it again. So once again, pretty close. All right, this wind calms down. We're gonna see which one I can get out farther. Tactic, the dart. This wind is non-stop. That hurt the shoulder. Just like on the last throw, dart is out driving it. About some forehand throws. Now, I'm more of a backhand player. When I do throw a forehand, it's usually with a distance driver or fairway driver, not approach putters or approach discs. Well, let's try it out. Way better. That was a freaking ground dweller. That's horrible forehand. Jeez, Pete. So much better. I will try this one more time, forehand. See if I can get this thing to redeem itself, or maybe it's me. Over there. I can't throw that one backhand, or forehand, I mean. This one I can. Well, there you have it. I'll have to do a final word later on. The sun is beating me up, and I'm thirsty. right, the Discmania tactic. The question is, will I bag it? Well, let's get into what I noticed about this disc. And yes, I did put it against this because this has been my putt and approach, or my approach disc. So I wanted to kind of compare them, even though they were so much different. Everything about them. Well, the first thing I did notice about this is it is extremely flat. It's almost concave. And you put it up against this has so much more of a dome to it. Another thing I noticed right away, which I really liked about this, was because it's flat, you can really grip on this thing. Like, it just fits in your hand so nicely. Now, in the beginning of the video, when it was first recorded, this caught me by surprise. So I'm so used to this being a point and shoot, where basically it goes out and it has very minimal fade. This thing fades like crazy. And the flight ratings I will put right down in here somewhere for you. So, like I said, this caught me by surprise how it just wanted to go left really hard. Now, I did not put every throw in the video, just a select few, and then I would shut off the camera and just continue to hammer away with this thing. So yeah, it took me by surprise. Now, when it comes to the tactic, 150, like when I first started using this, from 0 to 150 feet, I really wasn't fond of this because of how hard it would pitch to the left. I was going with this. It's just, like I said, point and shoot. Now, the more I've played with it, and since the beginning of the video, I've played with this a lot more. One thing that this thing absolutely destroyed this with is the forehand or the sidearm or the flick. I don't know if it, just by design, if it could handle it better, but one thing I liked about it, at slower speed, it really handled the flick nicely, and you could just shape it around trees, and even backhand, I was starting to do that on some of the courses that we played where I had to get around a tree. And like I said, at first, it kind of took me by surprise, but the more I started using this, the more I started taking a liking to it. Now, you'll see as well, when we were going for distance, when I was going for distance, this thing was going farther than this. And probably because of the dome. I'm guessing more air gets underneath here and keeps it aloft longer. Sounds legit. I don't know the science behind it, but I'm guessing that's what it is. I was able to get this beyond 300 feet. This one, absolutely. I think every throw, I was getting it out over 300 feet. So this was going way farther than this. Even on bad throws, I was getting this farther than this. Forehand, no. This was an embarrassment. But this was, I like it for the slow speed forehand. You know, I usually, for the forehand or flick, whatever you call it, sidearm, I use a distance driver or a fairway driver. Well, this changed the game. And I like it. So compared to this, they are seriously two different discs. But like I said, I wanted something to compare this to. Something I already use, something that's already in my bag. And the one thing that's really similar is definitely the plastic. This is the XT plastic. It's grippy. I like that. And this is actually a little bit grippier. This is the Exo Soft. A little bit grippier, and I like that. I actually love that. Another cool thing is on the bottom, like with the Nova, they'll put the weight right here in pen. Well, I usually go and with a Sharpie and write the weight in there. Pen will wear off after a while. But with these guys here, it's actually like stamped into the mold, which was pretty cool.
good idea on that. The weights, this one's 174 and 175. And I might have went over that in the beginning of the video. I'm trying to think of some other things about this disc. For one, I just, the presentation of this, the color, I love the color blue. And that's just, I love that aggressive look. Definitely has a nice, mean look to it. I love it. So, the big question, will I bag it? Absolutely would. And I did. I did bag it. So all in all, it is a very good disc. I was happy with it. I'm happy I bought it. And same with this, the XT Dart, the Innova XT Dart. My advice, go out and get both. Both of these are great discs. Now, if you would have asked me when I first got this what I would have preferred, I would have went with this one. But getting to know this one now, having thrown it more, they're two totally different discs, and they both do totally two different things. So they're going to both be in my bag. Absolutely, because I'm going to use them for different shots. But if you haven't gotten into approach discs, definitely do so. They are a much need. And like I explained in the beginning, you know, you have your putters, your mid-range, so on and so forth. These are right in the middle of your putter and your mid-range. So go get yourself one. Hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to drop a comment, question, whatever. I'll do my best to answer it for you. So yes, this is going in the bag. Like I said, it has been. All right. Day by day disc, please stay strong, stay safe, and most of all, God bless.